or who were hoping to race their way into the chase were involved in incidents throughout the night. Kevin Harvick persevered and came out on top of this race. Dr. Jerry Punch.
And Kurt Busch climbing out of his car. What a phenomenal comeback he had. The tire going down, right rear tire going down. Kurt, you guys battled back for a top 5 finish. Take us through your night.
Really a good, hard-fought battle. That debris from that early caution cut our right rear tire. And, yeah, we were lucky to obtain a yellow while we were sitting there limping around. So to fight back from that and to be in good position all night, we had a top 5 car with our Shell Pennzoil Dodge. Last 2 races to be running strong and to be up front. This is what we need for the next 10 weeks. But it's all a tribute to the guys giving me good pit stops, and we're making good adjustments on the car as we run.
A couple of contacts between you and 5-time champion Jimmie Johnson. What was going on there, Kurt?
We raced down into turn 1, and I locked up the left front trying to avoid him. But when he came back to us, you could see it coming. That's not something you see from Jimmie Johnson every day. So I know we're in his head. And if we're going to race this way, he's got to worry that there's 10 other guys in this chase, not just the 22.
Does this carry forward to the chase?
I'm good with where we are. We raced hard. We've got good cars that are not too terribly wrecked, but he's got to learn to race. He's been able to beat guys the last 5 years just by out-driving them with what he has for equipment. If he wants to switch equipment, let's see what we can do. But I'm going to beat him fair and square with my Penske Dodge.
What's your mindset for the chase? The half the chase are on 1.5 mile tracks. You're really good on those racetracks.
Yeah, I feel like our 1.5 mile program is solid. We've got, Dover in the mix with that mile and the high bank, but the way that this chase starts out new with Chicago, we've got to be good there to start off, go to Loudon where the chase normally began, and then worry about some of the trouble spots, which could happen at Talladega, Martinsville, and then the repave out in Phoenix is going to be very interesting.
Hey, thanks for your time. Well done tonight, man.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it.
Let's go to Jamie Lovell.
Well, of course, Jimmie Johnson was already locked in the chase coming in here, and you and Kurt have had your history together. Why this race and why now gets the payback? He basically just said, we just interviewed him, that you need to learn to race.
Okay, I got run over going into 1, so you're going to spin me out, I'm going to spin you out, just part of it. So I'm sure I'll go find him and talk to him, and he'll run his mouth, and we'll go from there. So we'll see what happens. But I've worked very hard to not have any contact with him, and even the Pocono thing, I made a move to break the draft. I didn't touch his car. He instigated and ran over the side of me. So if he can stop running into my low Chevrolet, everything will be just fine.
Do you think it's going to be over from here on out in the chase?
We'll see. Tom will tell. It's in his hands. I didn't do anything until he ran me over. I passed him 2 or 3 times tonight without touching him, and then ran me over going into 1. So it is what it is. But I'm very excited for this Lowe's Impala. Our car, granted, we had our issues with getting turned around there, but we had a very strong race car start of the race tonight. It was running the top 4 or 5, and it's unfortunate we couldn't finish where we were supposed to tonight. But we'll go to Chicago and have a good race.
All right, 5-time Jimmie Johnson going for his 6th championship. He's seated 6th. Alan?
Well, this night was about Kevin Harvick.
The weekend about his odds being long to make the chase, and it was a tough night for you from the very beginning with the contact early, and then just kind of what happened.
Yeah, it started before that. Air conditioner quit about 10 laps into the thing, and I got under Dave, and I just didn't get any room left down there, and I was trying to stay off of him, spun myself out, and ended up crashing some good cars, and lo and behold, that was kind of what I needed, to be honest with you, and gave the new light and new hope. We drove as hard as I could and got back up to the front and got ourselves in position and gambled, did the things you got to do to try to win the race, and just, nothing's went our way, really since Charlotte, about halfway through this season so far, and until you get some of those things swinging your way, you got to keep trying to keep putting yourself in those positions. And I want to say congratulations to everybody in the chase. It means a lot to everybody in the sport to be a part of it, and unfortunately we're not, but there's always next year.
Yeah, thanks, Clint. Tough luck for Clint Bowyer.
I don't know if we have enough time to describe everything that Dale Earnhardt Jr. had to overcome tonight. Junior, lap 8, about a 15-car pileup in turn 4. You get all been up there. You have to go back to 29th. You get the free pass 3 times because the car's all over the racetrack. How would you describe your night?
Well, we just kept working and trying to fix the car. It was tore up pretty bad in the front end. Had a lot of camber and just was really loose in and wouldn't turn in the middle, but we worked on it, trying to hit on something that would be kind of competitive, and we were real good. We could race the leaders, on 10-lap tires, but after that we just go backwards and just try to fight for everything we could, every little bit of track position we could. But, you know, I thought we were going to have a pretty good car tonight. They had the 33 spun out over there, and everybody kind of knew about it except for one or two guys, and drove a few of us into the wreck, and I locked the brakes up when that 13 sent me in the wreck. I locked the brakes up, and I'm in the door of this 11 car here, and I saw the 33 sitting up there, and I thought, well, yeah, I'll get off the brakes, let the front tires roll, turn down the bottom, go around him. He was way up the track. He gets off the brakes and rolls down the track in front of us. So I was, you know, all right, I'm going to hit him. So we hit him. And that was it. But we just worked hard the rest of the night.
And here's the best part with that wink. He is in the chase, folks. Dale Earnhardt Jr. held his breath and kept a great attitude, but he is now in the chase here in 2011. Jamie.
Well, he's the Cinderella story of the chase. His second attempt at making it, he gets it done this time. Your crew chief, a first-year crew chief in the Sprint Cup Series. How did you guys make this happen? The first half of the season, nobody would ever put their money on you guys to make yourselves in the chase.
Well, you know, we just didn't give up, and it's very easy to get down early in the season when things aren't going your way. But, you know, Jim, we just focused on it, kept plugging away, doing all the right things and not giving up on them, and eventually you're going to be rewarded for that. So, you know, we've got a little bit of momentum going in the chase, you know, some strong runs. We weren't as fast as we wanted to be here tonight, but, you know, we still got a, you know, what was it, 12th place finish, and I think we were a 15th place car. So, you know, when the chase comes, you've got to outfinish what you have for a car, and we're doing that as a team. We just got to continue to find more speed, and I'm sure all the boys making Penske Racing are working on that right now, and we're ready to go. It's chase time, and we got the blue deuce in it.
All right, Brad Keselowski will be seated 11th, and Alan, he gave up 9 bonus points for those wins.
Yeah, he got into the chase, though, because of those wins. And for Brad Keselowski, what's there to complain about, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Very solid race team, driver. Yeah, you have to look at them with the consistency they've had that they'll could be a factor in the championship here.
Championship begins next Sunday at Chicagoland Speedway. ESPN for all the Sunday day races. ABC for the Saturday night race in the chase. Those are the tracks. Those are the times. And if you'd like to join us at the racetrack, you can find out about tickets at NASCAR.com/tickets. Matt Kenseth had a tough night tonight, but he's in the championship, Vince.
That's all that counts. He will run in the chase for the championship. Will be seated 4th heading into the chase. And first of all, let's address tonight. Kind of a tough night and a handful of a car for you.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough time to talk about the whole race, but yeah, it was an uphill struggle the whole time from that wreck right away in the beginning all the way to the very end. So we really struggled with our car pretty much all day yesterday and all day today. So it was a frustrating night.
In the chase, size up your chances.
Well, you know, our team cars all ran good tonight. They all ran in the top 3 or 4, so that's encouraging for being in a short track. You know, the good news is we'll try to forget about tonight here tomorrow and Monday and go to Chicago, and hopefully we unload a fast car and can run up front.
Matt Kenseth looking for his 2nd championship. Dave?
Carl Edwards nearly ran down Kevin Harvick at the end. Carl, tell us about this race, the near win, and then your 5th seating in the chase, ready to go for one.
I needed one more lap. I went down that last corner and I thought, oh, I'm going to get to him. I'm going to get to him, move him out of the way, and I couldn't. He was faster than I thought. So we gave up 3 points tonight, but the big picture is our Kellogg's Aflac team is fast enough to go out here and compete for the chase. So as much as this hurts, I feel like we're back. We're ready to go compete for this win, and you know, this is overall just a really fun night. I wish we'd have won the thing, but I want to say I hope all of our troops come home soon, and we appreciate everyone honoring our heroes here on this 10th anniversary of September 11th. So we'll go get them at Chicago. It's going to be good.
Thanks for a great show tonight. Dr. Punch?
Well, 4-race winner Kyle Busch is the top seed in the chase. And Kyle, people are saying the poise and composure you've shown on the racetrack this year makes you one of the favorites to win it. What do you think?
Well, tonight wasn't one of those nights. I don't know what was. You know, geez, we fought through everything, it seemed. You know, loose wheel and going to the back and driving back up through there. We got to the top 10. It's so tough the more and more you get into these races because guys worked on their cars to pass cars. And once we got back to the top 10, you know, then we came to pit road a little early and got bit by the caution. So just, you know, hard-fought battle tonight, and certainly, you know, we had to battle through more adversity than we would have liked to, but that's what's going to make us better. That's what's going to make us stronger. So I can't say enough about all these guys on the 911 tribute car tonight. You know, it was fun to drive that thing, and I wish we could have got a little bit better there. It seemed like middle part of the race we were dialing ourselves out a little bit, trying to free the car up and make it where it would roll the bottom, and then, you know, we went back the other way
away and started tightening it up and got a little bit better, but you know, there at the end, those front two guys were just flawless. They were flying, and we couldn't keep up with them. So glad to come home and have a decent run here, but you know, when I got used up off the bottom there with the 24 and fell back to 6, I just didn't have enough to get back through there.
That patience and persistence will help him in the chase as well. Jamie.
Well, for the second time as a team owner now, Tony Stewart gets both cars in the chase. I know you were a little worried. Your fans were worried for a little while, Tony, but 2 top 10s in a row now. You guys are in the chase. How are you looking at these next 10 now?
Well, we got to take it 1 week at a time, just like we did the first 26. It's you know, this was the best run we've had here in about 3 races, so proud of our guys. We still got a little bit to go here, but I'm proud of the gains we've made the last 2 weeks. So really, really proud of Gene Haas and everybody at Haas Automation and Stewart Haas Racing and you know, Doug Dukart and these guys at Hendrick Motorsports for the engines and chassis we did. Just really proud of our guys. I've probably been the one that's been the most down in the last 2 months, and our guys have been the one keeping me pumped up. So they've been the leaders of this organization, so I'm just really proud of our guys.
All right, Tony Stewart is pumped up. He is seated 9th in the chase. Vince?
And his driver, Ryan Newman, finishes 8th tonight and will be the 8th seed in the chase for the 4th time. How good does it feel to know that you're going to be running for the championship?
It's awesome. It felt even better last week to know we were locked in going into Richmond, because you saw all the craziness. But just a shout out to all the soldiers out there. And special weekend, obviously, and this is an honor to drive this U.S. Army Chevrolet, and we'll do our best to try to win them a championship.
And we'll keep an eye on it. Ryan Newman in the chase, Dave.
Tonight for Denny Hamlin, Vince, a destroyed race car at lap 8. What was it like behind the wheel to come home and get in the chase?
Yeah, I mean, it was an unbelievable comeback. This car really is destroyed. Shock mounts are all messed up. Splitters broke off of it. It's amazing how fast we got this car, considering the circumstances. And my pit crew just did an amazing job. I mean, it's all there is to it. They got this splitter somewhat off the racetrack, and we were just able to just motor up through there.
You're somewhat in the chase. Every year he's been full-time in the Sprint Cup, he's been in the chase. Dr. Punch?
Jeff Gordon over here talking with Rick Hendrick, and Rick, who has now got 3 cars in the chase here in 2011, and talking about how special this year is. A big smile on Jeff Gordon's face. And Jeff, a 3rd place finish tonight, your 3rd seed in the chase. They say it's about momentum winning championships. You've got it. Do you feel it?
I do feel it. This team has just got me excited. They're on fire, and you know, we struggled tonight. I mean, we did not have the best car throughout the race. I made a really bad call by not coming to pit road when I was called to come to pit road, and that about cost us a lap. To come back from that and be up there and take the lead with you know, 20 to go and have a shot at winning that thing was awesome. Didn't quite have what it took there at the end, so to come home 3rd was still a great finish. And oh man, this team has got some great momentum right now. So yeah, we're very excited.
Hey, good luck in the chase.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Alan Beswick, the regular season is history, and now the chase begins. And man, this is going to be some battle for the championship.
Sure will, Doc. And before we turn our attention to that, a final thought on tonight's race from Andy and DJ. I just keep coming up with wild.
Yeah, it was wild. With nothing to lose.